my trainer truck. We'll start out with how the whole thing started. So, I left my house on Sunday. I live in Kentucky, so from my address, it's around 3.5 hours. Not that big of a deal. I got there Sunday afternoon, sometime probably around noon or so, something like that. You check in the hotel. They give you a key card to the Hallmark Inn. It's a hotel. It's not even a hotel. It's more like a motel. Don't expect for it to be spectacular. You will have a roommate. Even if you're a woman, you will have a roommate. So don't expect that you're going to be in a room by yourself. Like, they will separate it. So it's men together and then women together. So it's not like it's co-ed. It's not like you're going to be a man with a woman in the room or a woman with a man in the room. No, they're going to put you with the same sex. So just be prepared for that. Luckily, whenever I checked in the room, I was the first person in the room. So I got bed selection. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, you have a left bed and a right bed. I don't like to sleep close to the door, so I picked the bed closest to the bathroom and up against the wall. No big deal. The guy that was in my room, he was pretty cool. He was a Hispanic gentleman. Like I said, pretty cool guy. We became friends. We talked while we were in the room. I don't talk to him anymore. There's no point to, but he ended up going to a different company. He had something come up or something like that, or he just wasn't feeling Western Express, so he dipped out the third day. Going into orientation, they say that they give you breakfast. They do give you kind of like a breakfast. I didn't eat it. I'm not a breakfast person. You get a choice. They give you like these little sack lunches. Like, it's like a sack lunch or a sack breakfast thing. It's in a bag that's like this big. You get like a banana, an apple, an orange, and then you can either get fountain water or coffee. I don't drink coffee. I don't eat breakfast, so I just like moved it to the side. Get to the building. They're going to ask you. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. It's early as hell. They're going to ask you for your CDL, DOT medical card if you have one, and your social security card. So have that stuff with you whenever you go. I didn't have, my DOT medical card had expired in October of 20, so I had to take their little physical thing. They break you off into two groups. One group will go ahead and do the road test. The next group will go ahead and do the physical and stuff like that, and the drug test. So I got in the group that had to do the DOT physical and the DOT physical and the drug test first, and then we did the road test after lunch. So after you give all your information, like you give those forms of identification to the people that are working in the office, in the office space, the training building. They call it a training building. It's basically a garage that had been converted into a training building. The Nashville terminal got hit by a tornado back in like March or April of 2020. So they're using that currently. From what I hear, they're working on getting the main terminal sorted back out, but that'll be for a different video later on. So you go to the DOT physical. It's not that thorough. The doctor that's in there, he's not that thorough. Like, he basically asks you questions: how's you been, do whatever. Then they take you to the portion. They give you like an eye test. It's not that big of a deal either. Then you go into the, you like walk out of the doctor's office or the doctor's room in the building, and then you go in to do the drug test. Now, I will let you know of this before we even get started with the drug test situation. If you have fake pee, or you think you're going to pass it with fake pee, you're going to have to either be really good, or it's going to have to be a miracle. There was a guy that had fake pee, and it was a big situation. They caught him almost immediately with the fake pee. So if you're going to bring fake pee, or you know you're going to piss dirty, don't even waste your time, just because it's going to go on your record and it's going to screw you up from getting a job anywhere else. I'm all about everybody being able to eat, everybody being successful. So don't screw your life up, or screw your license up, your CDL speaking, just because, you know, you might have smoked some weed 2 or 3 weeks before. If you know you're going to piss dirty, just wait until you're clean. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Western Express is going to hire for the rest of eternity. They have a dumb high turnover rate. So you have time. Like, basically what I'm saying. After you do that, then you're going to come back. By the time you get done with the DOT physical and the drug test, they're going to break you up into lunch. It's pretty simple. Your choices for lunch are not that, it's not that great. You're either going to get 2 hot dogs, a hamburger. You can put cheese and lettuce and tomato on it with ketchup and mustard, or you're going to get a chicken sandwich with the same options: cheese, lettuce, tomato, ketchup, mustard, mayo, whatever. Then you get like a bag of chips, and that's it. If you want a beverage, you're going to have to buy your own beverage. They got water and they got coffee at the terminal. That's lunch for you. Every day, it's going to be one of those options. Don't think you're about to get out there and you're about to, you about to get some 5-course meal. That's not the place. This is not the place that they're going to treat you like you're a king or a queen. They're going to give you the bottom of the barrel and expect for you to run loads for them. That's it. So, after you break off from lunch, you come back. I did the road test, passed the road test. It's nothing too difficult. They're going to take you out on the interstate if you go to the Nashville terminal. They're going to see how you maneuver the truck through traffic. They're going to see basically whether you can make turns without flipping the truck over. Things. It's simple. Basically, if you can drive a car, you should be able to pass. If you got your CDL, you should be able to pass this test easy. It's not that big of a deal at all. You come back. Then they're going to tell you, hey, look, we just sent this email to your email that you provided whenever you filled out the application. Check the email. You've got videos. Now, the people that, if you're in the group, in the group that does the road test first, they're going to already have told you this. Like, you're going to be doing these videos while you're waiting to do your DOT physical and drug test. But I wasn't in that group. I did the DOT physical and drug test first, so they told me this after I got back from lunch. They tell you to check your email. You've got a link in your email. You're going to do videos. Some people have to do more videos than others. I was one of the people that have to do more videos, simply because I worked for a company prior and I had a safety termination. So basically, if you have a safety term, they're gonna give you 240 hours that you have to do with a trainer. That's basically it. You're gonna have to sit on the trainer truck for 4 weeks. My training pay was $650. I know prior it was like $400. I guess I lucked out. It's like it was $400. Now it's $650. I don't know how long they're going to be doing the $650, but we'll get into that later. You're going to do these videos. The videos are like 10, 15 minutes a piece. They want you to have these videos done by like Tuesday morning. I'm telling you right now, it's not happening. Not happening at all. You're going to hang it up if you think that you're going to have those videos done on Tuesday morning. I was on my phone doing these videos for 3 days straight. It took 3 days for me to complete these videos. There's a cheat sheet that floats around. If you're lucky enough to get the cheat sheet, use it. If you're lucky enough to get it, I will let you know that if you get the cheat sheet, it's not in order. It's not in any particular order, so it's not going to go like down the list. You have to like find the test that you're taking and then take that cheat sheet with that test. If you get them wrong, it's going to switch up the order. So that cheat sheet is useless to you after you get them wrong. If you fail it, you can hang up the cheat sheet for that particular test. Now, the test later on that you haven't taken, you could still use a cheat sheet, but just pay attention to the videos and you won't have to worry about it. And you can't get any wrong. Like, you have to get 100%. They're not accepting anything but 100%. 100% or you failed it. So don't think you're going to get one wrong and it's going to pass you. No. If you get one wrong, you're going to have to take the whole damn test again. And it's not like you just take the test. You have to watch the whole 15-minute video and then take the test again. So just pay attention to the videos the first time so you don't have to take it over and over and over and over and over and waste your time because you'll get pissed off. After you finish the videos, then they're going to give you this little red packet. The red packet it's not a packet really. It's more like a little booklet. It's got your DOT medical card, your EFS card, which I'll pull that out right here. This is your EFS card. I don't know if you can see that. It's basically how you get fuel whenever you go to fuel your truck up. If you're smart, you'll go ahead and download the Pilot app even before you get into Western Express. Go ahead, and if this is your first time getting into trucking, or if you're a truck driver already and you just need a second chance to get back in the industry, go ahead and download the Pilot app. If you don't already have it, go ahead and link your rewards card to the Pilot app, because it makes it a lot simpler if you just have the Pilot app on your phone, and then you can just like press fuel and it'll just do everything for you, and all you got to do is pop out whenever you get to the pump and type like a 3-digit code in, instead of sitting out there in the cold or the hot, whatever time of the year you decide to come to Western. If you decide to come, it's just quicker. You're not wasting time at the pump. You're not holding people up behind you at the pump trying to make money. Everybody's out here for a reason. You don't drive trucks to sit there and not make no change. You're out here to make money. So basically get the Pilot app, put the EFS card on the Pilot app. You got to activate your EFS card. Make sure you activate it. It's got directions in the booklet. Just call the number on the back of the EFS card. It's pretty simple. They're going to ask you to change your PIN or whatever. It'll have your factory PIN on it. So go ahead and activate that as soon as you can. Now, we're going to backtrack just a little bit. If you've completed the videos and you are going into the van division, which is what I went into, was the van division. I don't know about flatbed, because I didn't do flatbed with Western. My previous employer, I did do flatbed. And I just know that it takes a little bit more time with flatbed training, because you have to learn load securement and things like that. Especially if you're new, learning load securement is kind of difficult. If you're not like a person that catches on to shit pretty quick. I catch on to things pretty quick, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I just wanted to get on the road as soon as possible, so I chose the van division. With the van division, they're going to lie to you and tell you, hey, you're going to make X amount of money. Don't let them lie. You're going to make 32 cents a mile. They're going to run you the longest mile, so they have to pay you the least amount, 32 cents a mile. Now, flatbed is 49 cents a mile. Don't let the recruiter lie to you and say that, if your trainer runs you 10-hour days, you'll be done in blase amount of days. Prepare yourself for 4 weeks. So you're going to be on the trainer truck for at least a month. It's no big deal. My trainer was cool. Hopefully you get the same situation. But like I was saying, if you have finished the videos and you're going back to the terminal on your third day, just take your stuff with you. Because my experience, I got done with the videos. I got my little packet with the EFS card and stuff in it. My trainer called me 2 minutes after, and he was like, hey man, I've got a load going to Connecticut, Middletown, Connecticut. We gotta be at FedEx tomorrow morning at like 6 a.m. So there's really, you can get a trainer at any point in time. Some guys had been waiting a while. It all just depends on who they assign you to as a trainer, honestly. But then whenever you get on your trainer truck, you're saying goodbye to the Nashville terminal. Like, you're probably not going to see that terminal unless you test out at that terminal. I didn't test out at the Nashville terminal. I tested out in the Richmond, Virginia terminal, which is where I currently am. And then I'm going to get into that in another video when I talk about your expectations on a trainer truck. But peace out, everybody.